He is an elderly person. He is unwell, and I'm scared they can torture him there. I don't know the living conditions there. He is already unwell, and that's what worries me.
Gertrude Nganga says she's so worried about her husband, Alex Dzabana, that she can't sleep. He's a rights activist here in the Congo Republic. She says he walked out of their home one morning last week and then disappeared. Neighbours told her men wearing plain clothes took him away. She's since learned he's been detained by Congo's secret service.
He is an elderly person. He is unwell, and I'm scared they can torture him there. I don't know the living conditions there. He is already unwell, and that's what worries me.
The plainclothesmen briefly brought Dzabana back in handcuffs and searched his home. Gertrude says they found this jacket. He bought it on a trip to Paris, and they suggested he was plotting an armed rebellion. According to the neighbours, when Dzabana came out of his gate, there were men in plain clothes waiting for him parked in a car just here. Two of them tried to bundle him in the back. He resisted, so then two more joined in. He was forced into the vehicle and it drove off in that direction. The rights activists say it's common for the government here to arrest and imprison anyone who it sees as a threat to its grip on power. President Denis Sassou Nguesso has ruled for most of the last 40 years, and he wants to carry on. He's running for re-election in Sunday's presidential polls. Rights activists say there's no possibility of a democratic process. Trésor Nzila worked with Dzabana. Trésor says he's documented dozens of cases of killings, torture and disappearances. He says Dzabana was campaigning for democracy and for the release of political prisoners.
What you have to understand is that we're in a dictatorship. The arbitrary arrests, the torture, the restriction of civil space are typical of a dictatorship. Will the government take more political prisoners? I don't know. But the reality is, this is a dictatorship.
In the last election, 5 years ago, this man ran for president. He's a former army general. He was one of two opposition candidates who contested the results. They were both accused of plotting to overthrow the government. We asked the Interior Ministry about the activists' complaints.
The human rights activists have always worked. Have any complaints been submitted? On the eve of the presidential election, is this all part of the game? I cannot tell you anything because at the Interior Ministry we have never been contacted regarding supposed assaulting of mines by the police.
Gertrude said she knows nothing of Dzabana's human rights work. She just wants her husband to come home. Malcolm Webb, Al Jazeera, Brazzaville, Congo Republic.